What is going on YouTube? Platemedic here. In this video I'm going to bring you Holy Paladins and Mist of Pandaria, at least in beta. There are some few awesome changes that they did. The talents are pretty awesome too. Glyphs, as you can see, there are no prime glyphs here. Only major and minor. So let's get into the basics. I made a list here with notes to help me out a little bit. First off, in the talent tree you have movement speed boosts. So for instance, speed of light is on a 1 minute cooldown and increases your movement speed by 70% for 8 seconds. Long arm of the law. A successful judgment increases your movement speed by 45% for 3 seconds. Not bad. And kind of my favorite one right here, Pursuit of Justice. You gain 10% movement speed at all times, plus an additional 10% movement speed for each current charge of holy power, up to 3. So that's kind of my favorite right there, because as a holy paladin you will always have holy power, but this one comes in handy too if you just want something to get away from someone real quick. You can use this one. For instance, here I'll use this one. I'll show you in a bit. And right here in the second tier you have stuns and slows. Fist of Justice is on a 30-second cooldown, 20-yard range, and it stuns a target so that it can't harm you or flee for a short time. Not really that great. Repentance, no longer a retribution talent. It's almost 1.5 second cast, no cooldown. Not bad, not bad. But this one right here is the one you want if you want to kite somebody, or if you have to get away from somebody if they're focusing you or whatever. Your judgment hits fill your target with doubt and remorse, reducing their movement speed by 50% for 12 seconds. So if you hit somebody with judgment, you slow them by 50%, and with this talent right here, long arm of the law, your movement speed is increased by 45%. So that's pretty awesome. And if you put freedom on there, yeah, you're gone. Alright, in the third tier you have a new overtime heal, which is Eternal Flame right here. It consumes up to 3 holy power to place a protective holy flame on a friendly target, which heals them for 2,236 per charge of holy power every 2.96 seconds for 29.56 seconds. Can only be active on one target at a time. Not bad, but it's not really what you want in tough situations. Selfless Healer. This is kind of the improved flash of light, if you may. Your successful judgment reduces the cast time of your next flash of light by 50% per stack and improves its effectiveness by 50% per stack. When used to heal others, it stacks up to 2 times. Not bad, not bad. But what I like the most right here is Sacred Shield. Remember, you only got that when you were at like 35% health or something like that as a red pally, I think. It's an instant cast spell now. It has no cooldown. Let me learn this. Here, use it on myself. It absorbs 9,982 damage every 6 seconds, and it also increases the crit chance of your Word of Glory on that target by 30%. Now, as a Holy Pally, Word of Glory is pretty much your main heal in Arena. So this is pretty awesome, I think. This is in my opinion, this is what I will be taking in Arena. Now, in the 4th tier, we have new cooldown reductions and a really awesome dot damage reduction spell, which is this right here, the Hand of Purity. It's on a 1-minute cooldown, and it places a hand on the friendly target, reducing the damage of harmful periodic effects by 70% for 6 seconds. Players may only have one hand on them per Paladin at any one time. So that is pretty amazing for teams like Dot Cleave or whatever that you face in Arena. Then we have Unbreakable Spirit. When your Divine Shield, Divine Protection, or Lay on Hands are on cooldown, spending a Holy Power will reduce the remaining cooldown by 1% per Holy Power spent, up to a maximum of 50%. Now, it's not bad, but it's not something that I would want in Arena. Clemency, it's on a 5-minute cooldown, and it refreshes the cooldown of your Hand of Freedom, Hand of Protection, and Hand of Sacrifice, and also Hand of Salvation. It's pretty good for situations that you feel kind of pressured, I guess you can say, but it's not something that I will take probably, because you're gonna be facing a lot more dot cleave in Mist of Pandaria, because warlocks, they got pretty good buff, but pretty much all healers right now in Mist of Pandaria are unkillable. Like, seriously, I was dueling a warlock last night, and for about 20 minutes or so, and he just couldn't get me down. I let him get me down to about 30%, so I can just pop Sacred Shield, my Hand of Purity, which is this right here that I'm gonna learn, and then I also pop Divine Protection. Now, Divine Protection, it used to reduce the physical damage, or just any damage, by 30%. I'm not sure, but they made it so it reduces magical damage taken by 40% for 10 seconds. Now, when you're getting dotted up by, let's say, Shadow Priest and Warlock, or just Warlock, and they're hurting very much, all you gotta do is pop your Divine Protection right here, magical damage reduced by 40%, and Hand of Purity. It's insane. Like, you just absorb all their damage for, like, I don't know, what was it, 6 seconds or so, 6 or 8 seconds. You just absorb all their dot damage, and that gives you just plenty of time to heal yourself or anybody else back to full. It is awesome. So also, you can, if you're low, you can just pop Sacred Shield, pop Divine Protection, and pop Hand of Purity. So if you're at, like, I don't know, 25-30%, you just use your Word of Glory, crits, and it just absorbs all the damage that you're taking from dots. I mean, it's so easy to heal yourself back up to full. It's ridiculous. Now, back to the talents. Alright, 5th tier is Holy Power Benefits. Holy Avenger. It's instant cast, and it's on a 2-minute cooldown. Your abilities that generate Holy Power will generate 3 charges of Holy Power for the next 20 seconds. That's pretty good right there. I don't know if I'm gonna take it or not, but it's definitely something to look into. The next one is Sanctified Wrath, my bad. You gain more frequent access to one of your abilities during Avenging Wrath. Now for Holy, this means Holy Shock has no cooldown. Protection, this means Judgment has no cooldown. And Retribution, this means Hammer of Wrath has no cooldown. Which is pretty awesome for every single talent, or every single spec. Now, Divine Purpose, abilities that cost Holy Power have a 15% chance to cause the Divine Purpose effect. Now what this is your next Holy Power ability will consume no Holy Power and cast as if 3 Holy Powers were consumed. So this is actually pretty amazing, especially for Word of Glory. I don't know if I will be using this Divine Purpose, although it is pretty amazing, like I said. But Sanctified Wrath is something that sounds really awesome too. But the problem with this is when you pop your wings, it can either be spellstone by a mage, it can be dispelled by almost any caster class really, well, besides Holy Paladin, I think. Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna take this. Probably not, just because of the fact that it can just be spellstone or dispelled easily. I'm either gonna take Divine Purpose or Holy Avenger. Now between those two, I'm probably take Holy Avenger, just because I can put out some intense healing with that. Let me learn that. There we go. Like for instance, if your teammate is taking massive damage, you just pop that, pop your wings, pop your guardian, and just use one holy shock, which instead of giving you 3 holy power, it gives you 3. So you can just use Word of Glory so often with like 3 holy powers that it won't be a problem to heal your partner back up to full, especially if you put Sacred Shield on them. It's really awesome in my opinion.